Hello and welcome to the next video in the Microfinance and Assessment Skills series. This one is about adapting to a developing world situation. Earlier, we set out the information you would have in an ideal project. But we have to accept that in a developing country setting, these ideals may not be achievable. Information about past performance may not be available. If the project is to expand the range of things a shop sells, you may have no solid information about how the existing shop is going. Often you will be asking people to do a level of analysis which they have never done before and which is strange to them. Is the answer to insist that it's done perfectly? Probably no. Even if you do insist, their first attempt may not be that good, so that you can't give it a great weight anyway. Have respect for the knowledge of the operators. A person operating a shop without Western-style account keeping probably has her own ways of checking whether the business is profitable or whether an item of stock should be restocked or not. In a similar way, communities have been putting up buildings for centuries without Western-style equipment and techniques, but the buildings don't fall down. If there are information gaps, the critical thing to come back to is the integrity, experience, and skill level of the operator. Someone who can successfully run a small shop can probably make realistic plans for expansion, even if the information provided to the microlender doesn't exactly fit the textbook. Where this gets tricky is where the project is designed to diversify risks. See the earlier video about diversification to spread risks. It's relatively easy to accept that the shopkeeper knows what she is doing when she wants to expand the shop, or that the goat keeper knows what he is doing when he wants a bigger flock. It's harder to buy the idea when a community wants to set up a textile making operation when they have never made textiles before. Of course, at some level they have probably made textiles, for example mothers making dresses for the family, but it's a big leap from there to buying material in bulk, managing 4 or 5 people making dresses, transporting them to where they will be sold, and looking after the equipment. What happens if the sewing machine breaks down? So the answer is usually to move slowly with evolutionary change rather than quickly with revolutionary change. Support the shopkeeper and the goat breeder. Build up the level of knowledge within the community about how to run businesses. And only when that base is built and the additional wealth which comes from the earlier projects is around, move to something like a textiles operation. Let the community set the pace. You can be the ideas person, but don't be the driver. Be the listener. This is the end, my friend. See you next time.